Thank you for alerting me to that. Oh, God. Thank you very much. The beauties of having a USB splitter. I can have everything plugged into one handy thing where I have switches, and it's great until I forget to actually flip said switches. It's all sorts of convenience. Oh man, what I really need to do is I need to get it set up so that I have because this microphone has a little LED on the front that'll light up if it hits certain levels, and I need to figure out how to get into the software for it, human error exactly, and figure out if there's a way that I can tune down like what levels are required in order for it to do that, so that I can just have it flash red when I'm talking. That way I know for sure. Down a little bit so it doesn't come through the microphone. All right, so who do we have assigned to what? Everybody won. That's correct. You were on research, but we needed light in here. Everyone's not dead yet, which is great. We have a lot of cloth. We don't have a lot of wood, and steel was something of a common resource, but not one that we have. Not one we have in the base. So I think potentially that's the part. Nice on the air light, exactly. That's what I need. I need my microphone to be like, hey, listen, you didn't flick me on. I need like a robot to remind me that I'm doing things right. You need a human to check on machine errors, and you need a machine to check on human errors. Alright, so we have wood there. You're fixing that up. It's funny because I put that up for a completely different situation that's no longer occurring. Alright, we're doing okay on food. We need to get it cooked. It's all frozen though, so there's not a huge... Well, except we don't want people to be eating raw food, so... who do we have on cook? You're on priority 1, cooking, research... yeah. That's where the problems start to come in. When you start to have a pawn who you need for everything. It's like, my colony can't survive without this pawn. Changed any mods since yesterday? No, nothing's changed since yesterday. Well, I might have tweaked a couple of mod settings, but I haven't actually installed or uninstalled any mods. So we're playing with the same mod list we were before. Otherwise, the only setting I think I tweaked was for... Where was it? Mad skills, which I tweaked a little bit because the way that the Rimworld skill decay works really irks me. But the defaults for it were way too good. It was like skills never decayed, and I was like, I mean, like they should, but yeah. So what this does is it keeps stuff from dropping a whole level, but it'll keep dropping in experience. So you can essentially, a skill can become so rusty that it's essentially level 1 in terms of how long it's going to take to get the experience back up, but the actual skill level stays the same. It's interesting. I think I really like the system that mod uses. Yeah, I was thinking, you know, if I ever do a Rimworld stream and there's a bunch of viewers, I would love to name a bunch of characters in Rimworld after the viewers. That sounds like it'd be hilarious. Quill18 did a run with where he started with 9 pawns and named them all after subscribers. It was hysterical. It was so chaotic. There were so many pawns right from the start of the game. And he had a mod that also increased raids. So right off the bat, he was getting raids with like 4 or 5 people with guns. It was like, it was crazy. He had to get very creative in that run. Alrighty. Match each person too. That's awesome. I'm afraid of what I would do if I tried to create myself in Rimworld. I'd probably be like slow, lazy, not good at anything. Maybe has a couple of passions, but I feel like that would be a look into my psyche that I don't really want. Let's toggle off some power here. Yeah, we need to keep this stuff frozen. That's becoming a major issue. We really need batteries. You know, cooking is not so important right now if the food that we have is going Slowpoke hates dumb labor. Let's see. Yeah, so we're gonna have you. Yeah, we're gonna have you on Warden and researching, just purely. Just purely, so that we get that battery research done. That's such an important research to have. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Couple of roaming mechanoids near our location. One of the funniest traits is too smart. That's an interesting one. That's definitely one of those traits where I like the trade-off. I think I usually like that trait more than I dislike it. Oh. 49 days of Mechanoid Hive. I don't know if that being there is going to increase the chance of Mechanoid raids, but if it does, man, we need to be a little more prepared than we are now. Because we're like a very easily raided farm, like, outpost right now. This is, prime Mechanoid territory now. Alright, let's see here. Let's get this wood hauled in so I can make a couple of things that I have in mind here. We also need to get some traps up. Is that everything? I think that's all the wood. I had a really, really funny instance happen in my offline save here recently. Oh, ship part. I must have missed that. Where I had a rare Thrumbo come through. And I had that toxic fallout event, and it died naturally outside, and I was like, I'll never have another opportunity like this. It was kind of amazing. That was really helpful. Look, it's really funny how I might switch over to it just to show people what's going on in it at some point tonight, but I have an offline save. Gosh, this chair is squeaky. I have an offline save where it's been the exact opposite of all my stream games so far. I've had good luck rather than this. Heavy breather, creepy breathing. Yeah, there's a ton of traits. Yeah. Harvest and urgent haul. Yeah, urgent hauling is one of the best. You know, I can't even remember if this is part of the base game now or not. I've had a mod for hauling urgently for so long, it might have been added, but it's so helpful. It's so helpful. It adds in an extra work called Haul Plus. You can have that separate from your haul priority, so you can have people just really like get on it and get it done. Don't think so? Yeah. Ah, cool. Yeah, it's amazing. It's so helpful. Because I hate that feeling where it's like you have people and they're like, I could construct this, but I don't have the resource, and the resource is like sitting right outside your base, and you're like, you could go get it. And so it's nice to be able to tell them, hey, bring this stuff inside, please. Particularly useful when you have like food stuff and you're like, get it inside. Especially when you get a draught. Draught, I think, is one of the events added by one of the mods I got. In my offline save, I just got an event, what was it, Volcanic Winter, which can last for a couple of days or a couple of quadrums, depending. And, Cargo Pods event, ice cream! I'll just keep collecting dropped wood. Yeah, I kind of wish they had, like, mental priorities on top of everything else. Because ice cream. Collection of valuable items. Smoke grenades. Pilot helm legendary. Trousers good. The legendary helmet. And smoke grenades. 21 days. There could be danger there. We only have 3 people. This sounds like a terrible idea. Well, let's think about this for a second. We have really good melee skill across all of our people. So, if we armed everyone and brought them all there and played really carefully, do we think we could grab that stuff and get out? If we brought everybody, if we just left the base as it is. We have the freezers are working. We don't know if they're always going to be getting power, but you can shut off all the lights. We should probably wait until we have batteries. But I'm thinking maybe. Although we can't leave this person here, so hopefully this person will be up and around here soon. They're not that badly injured, so probably. But I like the idea of going for that stuff. Smoke grenades sound pretty nice. And that legendary helmet, that's going to give some good thoughts. Whoever wears that, it's going to have some good thoughts. I'm thinking. We're going to turn this off, turn this on. Way more people are going in there than in here right now. Okay, you're on research. We're halfway there to batteries. Never fly left my tile. Travel pods. Yeah, forming a caravan and traveling around can be really fun. It depends. It is really cool how you can do that. That really blows my mind. It's one of those things kind of like Dwarf Fortress where it's like the scale of this game is amazing. And the fact that all these tiles, you know, based on the seed that you're using will all be like a tile. Like if you go to the same one and you go there again, it'll have the same layout and everything. That's crazy to me. It's really cool. Blows my mind. It's very cool. Oh yeah, we also have Red, I forgot. We have Red, and she's really close to being recruited. Yeah, barely any resistance remaining, 91% recruitment difficulty. I'm pretty sure that the higher that is, the easier they are to recruit. I want to say, but I can't remember for sure. I'm hoping, because otherwise it's going to be a really tough recruitment. But we're going to get her to join us. She's pretty happy, though. Yeah, mood, about 50%. Could be way worse. Could be way worse. We are eventually going to want to get an AC put in there. Right here, and then get some vents here and here. Yeah, we're getting some rotting because we're not getting power right now. Which is great. Fantastic it is. I give my prisoners amazing rooms. It helps for sure. Yeah, that's something I really want to do. Eventually, this is just going to become Red's room, because we're just going to switch it from a prisoner room. But yeah, we need to build a dedicated prisoner room. The problem is, steel is kind of what we're trying to build everything out of right now. And I don't have a lot of it. We have a lot of wood, though, which is great. We should probably capitalize on that and build some more furniture. Everything's going pretty well right now. Veli and Nap literally could not be happier. They're at maximum mood. Got some lovin' times 4. Jesus, people. Slow down. Times 4. Stop. Okay, everything's frozen again. Good. Good. See, as soon as we have batteries, I'm gonna get some solar panels going in here as well, because we're in a desert. So, perfect opportunity. After the spider left, the mood got a boost. Yeah. The spider and all of its wooden legs. God, that was funny. 4x a day, that's a thing to strive for, IRL. Oh, yeah, Jesus. I would, yeah. I'm not gonna finish that thought. We're gonna stop it right there. But yeah, that's certainly something to aspire to, I guess. Alrighty, she's continuing to research. We're gonna flick that on. I think, yeah, we have enough power now that we can have a couple of extra lights on. Particularly in the prisoner room, that'll take away those bad thoughts of being in the dark, and having that one on will take away the potential penalty to research. We're getting real close here. Getting real close. All right, so after battery, it's a real big toss-up. I either want to go for microelectronics, because that's going to unlock us the high-tech research bench, which is just going to help us research faster. It's one of those classic game things where it's like you have to research the research that helps you research. But it also gets us this, the orbital trade beacon, which is going to allow us to do some potentially valuable trades for items that we can't make yet. Very helpful. On the other hand, solar energy and geothermal energy would be really nice to have for when the wind isn't blowing, because those are both pretty consistent. Geothermal in particular, uninterrupted power. I'm thinking we're going to go with solar panels afterwards because they're a relatively quick research. Then we'll go for microelectronics. And then we'll probably go for smithing, because at that point we're definitely going to need those tools. Actually, I think we're going to put smithing ahead of microelectronics because we want pickaxes. We really want pickaxes. Do you want to see the trade beacon works? We'll take notes. It's awesome. It's so helpful. You have to basically make a room for it. You plop it in there, and occasionally a trader will fly over. The more mods you have, the harder it is to pick. Yes. Oh man, the research tree is crazy. Oh, that's world. Brain. There we go. Research. My brain. Yeah, it adds so much. It's crazy. A lot of what you're seeing on my research tree is added by, ironically, one mod. Pretty much everything. Oh, this is the hacking stuff, but everything from here on out is all. Ooh, it jumped there for some reason. Everything over here is because of oh, it's because I'm hovering over these. Oh, if you hover over them, it jumps to that point in the tech tree. I did not realize. All those are added by the mod that gives you a ship that you can, or it doesn't give you a ship, but you can build ships and go to space and switch over here real quick. There we go. And go to space and fly to other Rimworlds, and it's super cool. Do you have Discord, by the way? I forget if I asked yesterday. Yes, I do. I do have a Discord. I don't have a Discord server yet or anything like that. I want to make one, but I haven't made one yet because I feel like making a server for the channel would be kind of like, I don't know. I feel like that's sort of an ego thing. That's not why I would want to make one. I'd want to make one so I could talk to everybody that watches, but I don't know. I guess eventually I definitely want to make one. But I do have a personal Discord, and I can PM you my my name and everything on there. Oh, did I have that on slow before I'm just gonna pause it so I can do it this way. Copied. And there we go. The bow and bullet. Bam, there we go. I just shot a PM your way there. Great to share screenshots and such. Mod recommendations? Yeah, for sure. Gotta love Discord. Actually, I just started sort of using it again after like almost half a year of just not using like any chat programs. I got totally disconnected from a lot of stuff for a while, and it was nice to come back. Before then, I was using Skype. Okay, so Wolf, how you doing? We're gonna change this to a guest bed, which technically makes that a barracks, which is not wonderful, but I know, trust me, it's terrible. Do we want to try to recruit you? Probably. Yeah. Let's try to recruit Wolf. Okay. We'll see what happens. If he joins, he joins. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But yeah, Skype is awful. Good lord. It installs so much, like, junk on your computer that runs in the background. It's awful. Would not recommend to anyone. I need to sell these wooden feet. Or find a spider that I can... I can tame and slap it onto. Also, our storage space here is getting full. That is technically a bedroom, so I feel bad for them having to put up with that. That being said, guess what? Your bedroom just also became a storage space. So much junk friend requests from strangers. Yeah. It was similar for me. Someone tried to hack into my Skype account and I went, nah. I'd used Discord before then and I was like, I'm making the move to Discord. Lion hunting Leo. Say that 3 times fast. Lion hunting Leo. Right. Hunting Leo, but is, yeah, gonna immediately lose sight there. Yep, and lose interest. Awesome. Also, there's some more ship parts down here. We totally need to deconstruct those. Nobody's been mining. Got too much other stuff going on, apparently. Research finished. Battery! Perfect. We're gonna get that up. Before we do, though, I have a question. Oh, okay, you left them in there for the... Never mind. Okay, that's fine. I was like, why is the stockpile accepting food? Wait. Okay, that's fine. That's how I did it. Right. Okay, but we are gonna change this to critical. Cool. Right, now let's go ahead and... Can't do what I did in my other playthrough. We might have to put them, like, down there. Which is fine. It doesn't actually matter how close it is to the stuff that's generating the power. So yeah, we'll probably put it right down there. Build a roof out, like right here. And we'll go ahead and slap a couple of batteries. Right here and right here. We'll just start out with 2. We don't have too terribly much steel. We don't even have steel for one of them right now. We gotta get people mining. Really want pickaxes for that, but we're gonna have to wait on research. So we're not gonna wait around for that. So let's get some people. Well, we don't want you to do it because we have you on research. So let's get. Ironically, I think you're the. Well, you're tied. So let's go ahead and turn you up to priority 1, and turn you. Leaving it on priority 2 is probably fine, because that way you'll get the plant stuff done. Okay. Bam. Online security is important. It is. It's extremely important. Use 2-factor authentication on everything that accepts it. That is a rule for me. Even if it is technically flawed, it's still better than nothing. Added some mods. Clean the ones somebody recommended yesterday. I'm debating starting a new game with them. Man, that is a huge weakness of mine. Is starting new games in like new save files in games like this. I am so bad about that. So often I'll be like, oh man, I have a save going here, but I really want to start fresh. I want to start fresh. I'm better about it in Rimworld than I am with some games. Dwarf Fortress is one of my worst. I'll be like, oh man, this fortress, I could have done this a lot better. Let's start over and scrap my 20 hours of planning out my fortress. Skyrim? Oh, yeah, geez. That's, yeah, I'm like any Bethesda game. I'm the same way. I come back to it and I'm like, I can't remember what I was doing and what I had done. Let's start a new character. Nap has increased inspiration. Successfully recruit the next prisoner regardless of difficulty or resistance. That's awesome. Are you set to Warden? Yes, you are a Warden. So, Red's getting recruited. Guaranteed. Starvation? Who? Oh, because you're sleeping. That's always funny when that happens. Starving because you're sleeping. That's why they call it a break fast. Gather spot is turned on there. Excellent. Gather spot needs to be turned off. That one. New recruit! Red has joined the community. Woohoo! All right, we got another pawn. Finally. Finally. Bed rest. Basic. You're a semi-decent warden. We'll leave you on 4 just so that you can do it when Nap is busy. Entertain. We'll do the same for that. Oh, you're actually good at mining. You don't have a passion for it, but I mean, you'll figure it out. Although that's right. That's right. I forgot. You're our dedicated researcher now. Say hello to never leaving your room ever again. Your friend requests to it's being exported by the most elite samurai. Yeah, I love the little messages that Discord has. Those are also great. Wumpus. I like their Wumpus stuff, like their mascot. All right, so you're set to dedicated research basically, and when Nap isn't researching, we're gonna leave it on just so you two can trade off whenever one's not there. Even though you're better at it, but this does mean that we can have mining turned up to 1 for you. Do we want it on 1? Yeah. Yeah, let's turn it up to 1. Let's get you mining. So red does have tattered clothing. And yeah, pretty tribal, poor quality stuff. But we have a lot of cloth. Home body trait for my researcher though. Oh, yeah. That's a downside. I need to put some well that's one really good thing about keeping your horseshoe around, so that they're forced to go outside to do some recreation. Another way to fix that is to go to your restrict and you know, force a little bit of recreation in like a little time zone. Just force them to step outside. Ooh, wrong one. Force them to step outside like at least occasionally. Oh, we got one of our batteries done. Yes. Getting the steel. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Jesus. That scared me. I crashed. Oh, Wolf is leaving. Okay. Well, the good thing about this is we didn't recruit him, but we did save him, so our relations are going to get better with his faction. So that's nice. Better relations are always good. That means better trade, less chance of them getting angry and attacking us. It's all good stuff. All good stuff. All right, and we're getting some steel finally. Excellent. Some steel. Oh, that's right. I didn't do this on this save. So let's, before I forget, what's this? Oh, self-tend. I forgot that self-tend was a thing. We'll turn that on for Nap. That's fine. Wait, do you have doctoring turned on? You do. Okay, there's no reason for you to have that on if we have self-tend on. Well, unless she gets really hurt, but... Faction boost, yes. If you have hospitality, yes, I do. Hospitality is one of my favorite mods. I can't... Out of all the mods I use, Vanilla Rimworld is still awesome. I could still totally play Vanilla Rimworld and have fun with it. Out of all the mods I use, I think the one I would have trouble playing without at all would be hospitality. It's so hard to get pawns without that. So hard. Yeah, exactly. And I have that combined with the like improved faction relations mod, which has some great interactions with that, and it improves the way they interact with you and with each other. It's very cool. Supposedly, I don't know if this is true, I heard this, there's it's possible for them to get into wars with each other. I haven't seen that happen. I hope it can happen because it sounds amazing. What am I doing? Not restrict. We're going for, it's an assign. Manage drug policies. 1 drink per day. We're going to change the beer here. We don't have any, but just in case we get any or some drops. We're going to change the requirements for that, and we're going to add garden coffee every day, 1 a day for everyone. Boom. Because I want everybody to be buzzed on coffee. So that makes everyone more efficient at their work. Alright. Well, we got both the batteries set up. We might get more. Putting batteries directly next to each other is not always the safest thing to do, I realize. But here's a question, because I don't actually remember the answer to this. If you reinstall a battery, like if I moved it, does it keep its charge? I want to say it does. I seem to remember it keeping it, but I cannot remember if it does or not. Mod that adds recreation items. Dummy, chess table. Nice. So like oh, a shooting dummy. Oh, that sounds, oh yeah, I saw Quill use that mod, so you can train up your shooting skill. That sounds really, really nice. I need to get that. Yeah, well, I'll wait until we have a little more wind power going, and then I'll risk moving this over. Because I just, after placing them, I remembered that having batteries directly next to each other is not always the best idea. Yep. Because if one goes zzz, then the other one tends to go up too, and then everything is chaos suddenly. I could probably stand to have them one tile away from the wall as well. To lay Rimworld in Rimworld. Oh, play Rimworld in Rimworld. Yes, it keeps in charge. Just move mine. Oh, nice! Excellent. That is so good to know. Okay, in that case, because I'm gonna move this one out to here, and then I'm gonna move this one right here. Yeah, and then I'm gonna move that one. Okay, that's perfect. Thank you very much for confirming that. Super happy that I'm able to move that. Dun, 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 dun. Need warm clothes. It's summer. Are you cold? The outdoor temperature is going to reach 2 degrees Celsius. But we're... Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Another thing I'm thinking of, my other save, where we're in permanent summer in our desert. This is like a temperate desert. We are going to get really cold. Okay, fortunately, we are not unprepared for this. We're not as well prepared as we could be, but we're not as poorly prepared as we'll ever be. I'm gonna stop talking and build a production facility that we need. Hold on. Oh, okay, I see. I was misreading that. And do we want that? Yeah, we definitely want that made out of wood, because we have way more wood right now than we have steel. Which is, it was the exact opposite when we started, which is why a whole lot of our walls are, all of our walls are made out of steel. Binding of the real and virtual worlds of a la Digimon. Oh. I used to watch Digimon. Very fond memories of that show. Wait, we don't need that. You know what I should consider doing? Putting traps down in these hallways. For sure. Just installed climate control mod. Huh. I don't have that mod, but apparently one of my mods must have something similar, because I got a mission in one of my other saves to go and get a climate control module. And I was super fascinated by it, but I really wanted to know what it does, so. I'm assuming it changes the weather. The Japanese opening one is amazing if you haven't heard it yet. I don't think I've ever heard the Japanese opening. I know, and I know what that I feel bad that I haven't, but I have the English one stuck in my head like half the time. Whenever I think of Digimon, not like literally half of my life. I'm not. Although, to be fair, I get songs stuck in my head like to just an unnatural degree. Also have an advanced cooler. Ooh. So you don't have to like vent it out or anything. That's nice. That's really nice. That's cool. Although I was thinking about that the other day when it came to cooling, and I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool, because if you had a big facility, a big compound, kind of like I'm building out here, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to have ventilation systems for the heat because it's gonna have to go somewhere. And I was thinking that's really cool. Unintended side effect of the way that coolers work. Oh yeah, heat waves. Yeah. Heat waves and cold snaps are both a pain when they come at the wrong time. For sure. I've also learned to hate droughts. I have a mod that added that as an event, and that came at a really inopportune time, the first time I ever had it happen. Do we want to change this? Oh, right. This is for Red. This is your bedroom now. So, and this, we're gonna go ahead and reinstall this down here for now and make it like a medical bed. And we're gonna construct another room. Let's just go ahead and get it like on the way. Steel wall. We're gonna have, how big is this again? Excellent. Something like this. We'll have another room here. Just keep constructing this big like apartment block out. We'll have this room. We'll make it a prisoner room at first, and then for another pawn when we can't. Let's see alerts. Oh yeah. One of the tricks I use for keeping rooms at a pleasant temperature without eating up a bunch of extra energy is if I have a heater and a cooler for a room, I turn the cooler to like 24 degrees and I turn the heater to like 19 degrees, and that way you'll never have both running at the same time because they have like a kind of a loose factor of 1 to 2 degrees where they'll kick on, kind of like a real heater or a cooler. So that's a really great way to do it without like eating up all of your energy, which is good because they eat a ton of energy. Right now, power use high, low, yeah, because it's funny. One was just barely not enough to keep this room cool, and then so it doesn't actually have to run the other one too terribly often, which is good. We have some really good airlocks going on here, though. This is a little bit overkill, the doors we have going on here, but the hope is that eventually these are all going to be auto doors anyway. So, and they're just wooden doors right now, which open pretty quick. And this will be really handy if we ever get a big raid, because we can just put everyone in the panic room here. I should 5 airlocks, single thickness walls. Oh yeah, I mean, like, if they're actually armed with like building destroying weapons, like, we'll be screwed either way. I'll just accept my fate when that happens. Also, one well-placed grenade as well, even if they don't have weapons like rocket launchers or anything. But fortunately, we're not quite there yet. We're not at the point where we're getting crazy raids. We're still in the first year. So we have a visitor, a starfighter pilot. Neat. Really good at shooting. Intellectual, optimist, nimble. You're pretty cool. What have you got on you? You got a flintlock. Oh, that's cool. Bunch of silver, bunch of gear. Hi, we're gonna try to be friends. We're gonna cancel moving this. Let's do it from there. And you can stay. How does that sound? Here we go. Electric tailor bench. Oh my gosh. I forgot the mods I have. Is Red researching in her undergarments? You do you, girl. Yeah, she unfortunately just has some pretty bad quality tribal clothing, which is one of the reasons we got this tailor bench up. I'm hoping that we can make that situation a little better. However, I have a bunch of mods that adds just a ton of stuff. So Let me think here. It used to be really easy. In vanilla, it's like, we want dusters. Dusters are fantastic. Yep. Apparello and one other one. Apparello and like more clothes 2 or something like that. Something like that. But yeah, a lot of extra stuff. God, what? Medics bandana. 25 cloth and 5 herbal medicine? What does that do? Make headset with bandana. This is crazy. Fursuit mod. Man, I got nothing but respect for people that make those. That has got to be hard. Like, to make good ones. That has got to be hard. It's no surprise to me that professional fursuit makers can get like several $1,000s for a commissioned costume. That's crazy. That's gotta be nuts. I have a I won't say who it is, but because I don't know how much they want people to know, but I have a family member who is a furry who goes to conventions occasionally, and they have a very expensive commissioned suit, and it is like it's just that the quality is nuts. I don't know how people like tailor stuff at all in general. The skills of doing that, in particular, some of the more like complex costumes you see, and God, I just don't know how people have the patience to do stuff like that. It blows my mind. Poncho. Unfortunately, these don't have a lot of information. I just realized. I seem to remember in vanilla it had like information about like if they're good in the cold or the heat, and I'm not seeing any information there. For when a costume takes so much. Yeah, and getting it fit properly and everything is nuts. The ones that have like the built-in like AC and stuff, that's crazy. It's who they are, so they find a way. That's true. That's true. And man, I'm a big supporter of the idea that people should be themselves, no matter what. If you're not hurting anybody, and it makes you happy, go for it. Built-in AC? Yeah, I know, right? It's nuts. It's super cool. It's like I know that Disney does that with a lot of their bigger costumes, like their Beast costume for Beauty and the Beast that they have in their parades is so big in the head area that it has a light, a fan, and this was a long time ago. I don't know if it's changed. It probably has changed, but back in the day, it used to have a light, a fan, and a lot of the people who did it because the Belle, the person who would play Belle, would lead Beast because he couldn't see out of the costume. So the people that would portray Beast would very commonly just post newspaper on the inside to read while they're dancing in the parade. Oh God, that cracked me up. But I guess like if you know the dance steps and you have someone who can see leading you, then at that point it's like just go through the motions and have a nice little fun read. That cracked me up. As a company does it, makes sense. Yeah, seriously. Insurance. I've always wondered what that's got to be like for Disney. What insurance for some of their stuff. Although I know Disney is okay. Sorry, hold on. I'm getting into a ramble. I got to figure out what I got to make here. Let's make a duster. Let's do it one time, and let's figure out. Once we've made it, what it's good at, heat or cold. And then we'll make another thing, and we'll kind of go from there. We can sell what we don't use. We got lots of cloth. So, but yeah, like Disney is notorious for underpaying their employees and stuff, which is really unfortunate. But yeah, I don't know what their insurance stuff must be like. I imagine for some of their people that do like the stage plays and like the stuff like. What is it like? They have those. I've seen a couple of them. The Hunchback of Notre Dame live performance at Disney World. The Indiana Jones one especially is really dangerous because it has real fire and explosions. So I can only imagine that insurance for, depending on where you're working in Disney World, some people have got to have some pretty decent danger pay, I assume. Oh, we also, that's right, we can also make looms. Oh, you know what? That's right. I forgot about that. I don't know if we have enough time before summer's over, but one of the mods I have allows for the growing of plants that you can use to spin into thread. So I wonder if I should look into that or not. Now may not be a perfect time for that. Also, I feel like I should use this for something. Something small. Reform happened. Value of human life went way down. Now I'm getting depressed. Yeah. Big business. 'Tis what it is. Let's get some marble blocks on the way. We need that for flooring. I think that's probably what we're going to want to do for floors. Let's build a copy of this over here. I'm going to basically do kind of a basic room format here. Make things a little easier. Build a copy here and here. We don't have one here yet. Do we still have... No, we don't. I think they died. Or pet. Who did we have? Who died? We had a pet. Let's check the skeletons. That's right, it was Casanova. Ergopod's just dropped. You know what it is? Wooden feet! Oh, that's funny. Oh, so many wooden feet. That's amazing. That's funny timing too, isn't it? Oh, this game. It just never ceases to be amazing. Is that connected? Or is that... Nope, it's not connected anymore. That's right, they need to have a direct connection. So we'll do this and this. 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think you got... Well, yep, you got one more than I did. But still one less than the spider would need. Wood golem raid. But they're wooden golems, but they're just feet. That sounds like something out of a Terry Pratchett novel. Oh god, I could read his books again. 7-legged spider time. Love it. Love it. Who do we have on tailoring? We have you on tailoring, 1. Maybe mining on 2. We're going to turn your mining to 3 so that you can find some time to get to that. We're going to go ahead and whoop, autosave. Like these. Haul those urgently. Because steel. That's actually a lot of steel. So we're going to be pretty good on steel for another room or 2 after that. Which is good. Because I really want a guest room. Bowman's hanging out. Don't know if Bowman's super enjoying their stay. I hope they are. We also need to get some cooking going. Fortunately, we do have someone... Who did I set? Oh, no, we turned you down because of what was going on there. So we'll turn you back up. We'll get you cooking again. Turn down mining just a touch. That way we get some cooked food. Fortunately, we have a bunch of tomatoes, and tomatoes don't give bad thoughts if they're eaten raw, and also have a 0% food poisoning chance. It's an absolutely wonderful plant to grow. Big fan of the tomates. The downside is tomates have several downsides. One of which being that where was it? Or am I thinking of something else? I might be thinking of something else. Also, I don't know if it shows it on that screen. Wait, yes it does. Oh, okay. I'm not. Maybe I'm thinking. I'm thinking of something else. I was gonna say they're more flammable, but I don't think that's true. I would think anything with like big wooden, like woody stalks and lots of leaves would be more flammable. Like, for example, rice. You know, generally grown in a rice paddy field, so you know, innately surrounded by moisture. We need food synergies. That I don't know if this is what you're talking about, but there's an awesome mod based on it's a Native American concept. It's very cool, and it's called like the Three Sister Plants, and it's this idea, and it actually works where you grow like a big gourd or a squash in the middle, and you grow tomato plants like up the sides, and then you grow, is it beans, and the beans wrap around the stalks, and the stalks are supported by the gourd, and so all three plants grow together and support each other. And and it's the beans will grow in the shadow of the gourd or the tomatoes because they're like more sensitive to the sun. But there's a mod for the garden mods that I have in this game that that do just that. I didn't get it because it had some weird dependencies, but it's a very cool idea. Solar panels. Yeah, that was kind of a neat little thing. Let's see here. I don't actually think building solar generators in the shadow of anything has any impact as long as they don't have a roof overhead. I think that's all that matters. That being said, I'm gonna go ahead and build mine kind of out here. Just kind of away from here so it's not blocking or congesting like traffic. So my people can get through where they need to go. Something like that. I'm gonna RP the solar panels anyways. Well, you know, the base, I want the base to look nice, you know. I'm definitely one of those people in games like this where I'm 50-50, I need symmetry, like this, and I'm 50-50, I build things kind of in a natural way, kind of like they're built in real life, you know, where they're kind of flowing with like the natural design of things. So, you know, kind of 50-50. Depends on how I'm feeling when I'm building it. Or how frustrated I am. Like, if things are going particularly badly, sometimes I'm like, just throw it together. It'll work. Oh, that's holding that door open. Oh yeah, we need to get... Now that we have a little more power available, we need to get some cooling in here. That's going to be enough to cool these 3 rooms, almost certainly. Not going to be enough for this one. So we're going to keep building out this way, probably. That's going to be... Once coded a game that way. Rough blueprint at this point. Ah, I gotcha. I love digging into mountains to make my bases. It's so much fun to do that. And that's the dwarf fortress in me talking, for sure. Usually it takes so long until you get pickaxes. I once coded a game that way. Still more stable than a Bethesda game. You've got a vendetta against Bethesda games. It cracks me up. The low bar. Bethesda! Stop kicking them while they're down, guys! Oh! The stay was okay. Score 45. They'll visit again in a while. She enjoyed her stay, left you 6 medicine. Oh! Well, that was better than it could have done, Bugthesda. Bugthesda. That's funny. Let's see here. Hold on. Am I... Okay, I thought I was doing that incorrectly. My brain was seeing that as being the same size, because it's not the same color. Okay, that's better. Wait, is this one? Hold on. No, okay. It's like an optical illusion, because I have stuff in all the rooms. I'm like, not seeing it properly. Kick harder, maybe they won't get up. Jesus! Bash! They're just a game developer studio. Oh, God, that's funny. Ay, ay, ay. Fallout 76. Fair point. Fair point. Oh, Fallout 76. Oh, God, I just watched something so funny. What is it called? Monster Factory? Has anyone here ever seen, oh, Fallout, very nice. Have any of you ever seen, Monster Factory? It's a series that, Polygon does on their YouTube channel. It's so funny. I just discovered it a couple of days ago. I watched one last night, because they did one on, Fallout 76 and Fallout 4. It's so funny. The guys that host it, Griffin is one of them, I can't remember the other guy's name, are just some of the funniest people. They're so funny. And the whole point of the show is they play games with character customization, and they try to make a monster. Like, someone horrifying looking. And they did it in Fallout 4, and just console commanded their way through the whole game, and just made a... Oh, God, it's so funny. Can't recommend it enough. It is a great time. I'd pull it up on here if I could, but I don't think that's allowed. Although, it's funny, a lot of big Twitch streamers watch YouTube all the time. I have no idea what the official ruling on that is, but I'm guessing the rules are more lax when you're a big streamer. Because Twitch doesn't want to lose their monies. Their mad monies. Alright, let's see. Where is our power situation at? I want to run that all the way through there. A lot of big streamers are above the rules. Yep. Yep. Some of them are even allowed to punch their dogs and throw their cats, and still are allowed to stream on the platform for some reason. That's strange, isn't it? Oh, in addition to that, to those rooms there, which aren't getting built because we still need to mine more of that steel, we also need a room for storing items, and I think we're gonna have that room be right here, and it's gonna be a biggin. It's gonna be a biggin. We're gonna have a door here and a door here, I feel. Wooden for now. No, actually, we're gonna start thinking about security. Because it's better late than never to start thinking about security. So we're gonna build that out of steel. Oh, solar panels getting worked on. Excellent. Yeah, we need more steel. Let's see. Very strange indeed. They threw their pet in a way that felt like it was normal. Yeah, it's like that whole situation was is just doing his A-okay. Like, I watched a compilation of the stuff that she did on stream with her pets, and like a couple of them, it was like, oh, that's not like, there was one of her like tapping her cat's back, like the way the cats like it when you kind of lightly tap their back, and it was like, this is one of the instances of abuse, and I was like, I do that with my cats, they love it, like they look at me like I'm the king of the universe. But then there's the one of her actually full on hitting her dog, and it's like, oh Jesus. And I saw that stuff, and it's like, how is she still allowed to stream on this platform? So yeah, it was kind of a mixed bag of some of it was like, but yeah, I definitely feel like what a couple of things she did on stream were really not okay. As someone who owns a lot of pets, I love my aminals. I can't imagine ever hitting a pet. That's a big no-no. It's illegal too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, I don't know if she ever got reported or not. The article I read said that that was up in the air. So, I mean, definitely a possibility. Holy moly, it's dirty through here. I have people on clean priorities. Come on, guys. Playing horseshoes. When you're done doing that, how about you clean everything in here? Goodness me. It's so dirty. Having actual floors in here is going to help a lot with that. It was reported to authorities. PETA called her out on publicly too, but nothing came of it. Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't know. Situations like that, it's always it's always tough to well, especially with that, I guess it's hard to form an opinion, a complete opinion, because I don't have the whole story. But based on what I saw, if that's indicative of how she treats her animals, I definitely feel like Twitch should have handled that whole situation a little more seriously than they did. But again, that's just an opinion, and it's not even based on what probably is a whole story that I'm not getting. So that needs to be on, because this body still hasn't been hulled. Let's also build a couple of copies, because heaven knows we're gonna have more people die. Because it's a Rimworld. Someone's gonna be hanging out near the batteries when someone causes power to trip, and someone's gonna catch on fire. And then that someone is gonna run right into the crop field and set that on fire. This is oddly specific, isn't it? Because it's happened. This was being worked on. Is that actually consuming power? No, it's not. Okay. Inspired creativity. Veli. The next art he creates will be oh. Okay. What do you have set right now? I cut Smith, Taylor, tailoring. When he wakes up, if he finishes that tailoring job, it's gonna be legendary. That's awesome. But is it as amazing as, what was it that was, it wasn't there, it was here in the item stat, a legendary wildebeest pelt shuttle pilot helmet. I still really want that. Oh yeah, Red, what, we just recruited you. What is you're not really that great at combat. So we also don't really have you holding anything. But we might as well give you a backup weapon. That's the only thing we have in good quality. So let's, whenever you're done doing whatever you're doing, go ahead and hang on to that for me. This game is legendary gear. Yeah, so it's not like, say, in Diablo or anything. It's just every piece of anything, like gear, like these knives are poor. It has to do more with their creation quality, like whenever they were made. And so when you find items, they kind of have a pseudo-random quality modifier, kind of like a la Dwarf Fortress. In addition to the quality, they also have like degradation. So this is poor 40%, this is poor 68%, and as they're used, their hit points will drop and eventually they'll break. I think one of my mods, Gorman Pond, the last colony, when he had a breakdown. Oh my gosh. 25 to 50 meals a day. No. All this talk of red reminds me of Saga Frontiers. Alcassier, is that how you say that? I'm assuming that's a game. Saga Frontier sounds really familiar. It sounds like a JRPG. I could be totally wrong. But that has that kind of a sound to it. Oh good, our solar generator is back. Not back. Well, it's up and running. It's JRPG. Gotcha. Oh yeah, I still haven't what was the name of that game again? That game that you wanted me to play, Bash. I can't remember the name of it. That you sent me for Christmas. You said it was kind of roguelike-ish. I'm interested to play that. But I was thinking of that earlier today, and I could not remember, for the life of me, could not remember what the name of that game was. Has anyone cut any marble yet? No. Everyone's been very busy. Oh, very, very busy. Dashing around. She's cooking. That's good. We're actually getting cooking done. That's wonderful. That's going to help with some good thoughts. Well, something getting done had to give it what's in the mail yet. Oh, okay. No worries. I'm super grateful for you sending it at all. I was just curious. I just couldn't remember the name of it. Was all. But no, you're totally fine. As your dreams. That was it. That was it. I couldn't remember if it was Saga or Dreams or there was something like that in there. All right, we're getting some steel, so stuff is actually getting built now. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm gonna love being able to store stuff in its own separate room and get it out of the bedrooms here. That's gonna be super, super helpful. And that means that people are gonna be able to sleep without being constantly interrupted as well. Oh, Vale's doing it. Vale's doing it. I keep on wanting to call him Vale. Raid. Still just one person. We're still at the one person raids right now. Tribe Child, Cave Tender, Undergrounder, Sedentary, Chatty. Okay. You're pretty good with animals and plants. Semi decent combat skills. Hey, you know what? If we can, we'll go ahead and try to recruit you. We'll see. We'll see. What I would like to do is get some more of those traps up and ready. So that we're ready if they approach from certain directions. Tamed a wild man. Sedentary. Predict a lot of internal conflict. Yeah, I tamed a wild person in one of my playthroughs a long time ago. It always feels really weird to me. It's like, I feel like I'm degrading them by taming them, but I also want to take them in and teach them about culture and not have them, like, have to survive in the wilderness on their own. It's one of those moral dilemmas. It's like, I feel bad, but I guess I'm doing the right thing. Actually, we'll cancel that for now. Because we really want the steel to go towards this stuff and for it all to get bloody finished. We're gonna toggle those lights on. I think we have the power to afford having those lights on for now. We're also definitely gonna get a second solar generator up. For sure. And with that, we're gonna add an extra battery as well. We'll just go ahead and get that up right now. Power! I always have the unhappy nudity to once tamed, so they should be thankful. I did once, oh, they're beginning their assault. Where are you? There you are. Still way down there. Still trying to path around. I once did a run as a nudist colony. That was really funny. It was very humorous. It also made combat really difficult. But the thing was, it was I want to say it was like in a jungle biome or something. So like it wasn't too hard in terms of temperature because no one had to ever like wear like super warm clothes. But it was so funny. But here's the thing though, combat was way harder. I had to rely on teching up quickly so I could get like auto turrets and stuff. But the upside, oh my god, they never had a break. It was rare that I even had a warning of someone being close to a minor mental break. Because the constant is a huge mental bonus, having a nudist with no clothes. It's crazy how happy it makes them. So, like, I didn't have any morale issues for years in game. It was crazy. It was very funny how that worked out. But I would definitely recommend it. Because, wowza, they were just happy people. Very happy people. Very freeing it is, I guess. Do we want a melee? Yeah, you know what? We're a backup person with a giant slate club. Look at how nasty that thing looks. Look at that. Let's have you here. Let's have you here. We are going to have a better setup for invaders eventually. For now, I'm not too terribly concerned about her, to be honest. Boom. And she is dead. Unfortunately. But it happens. Did anyone ever make these graves? No, of course they didn't. You people, get busy. Leo? Go ahead and consume. Go ahead and prioritize hauling, please. We can... Steel club is not even poor. Go ahead and haul this. Oh. Red, when you're done doing what you're doing, equip this for me, will you? It's even higher quality. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Maker hamburger country. Cloth duster. Masterwork has been created. That's awesome. Let's see. Insulation against cold, insulation against heat. Excellent. So yeah, dusters were what I was thinking of. They're good for both to a certain extent, but not as good at either as some of the other more specialized clothing, I believe. So let's see. Insulation heat, 18 degrees Celsius. Oh, I see. Oh, I get it. Okay. Well, it's probably not going to be enough, I'm guessing, not going to be enough for 2 degrees Celsius. So, a jacket? Or do we want like a parka? Parkas are like the warmest, aren't they? Aren't parkas like just about as warm as you can get? I don't know if we have enough to make 4. I don't think so. We'll go ahead and queue up 4 there anyway. Parkas. Gotcha. Gotcha. Nice, 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 nice. Can't get that video out of my head. I found myself quoting that more and more as time has gone on now. I should find that. Where are you? Oh. Whack. Here, sorry, I'll get that back up while I'm looking here. Where did you go? For anyone that saw it for that split second it was up, my bookmarks are an absolute mess. Absolute mess. Oh, where are you? Somewhere. And I can just find it if I search for it. Here. Pause Rimworld. I'm probably not going to be able to show it on stream anyway. Never mind. I don't want to get any copyright strikes or have the VOD muted or anything. Never mind. I'll put a link in there later. It's funny. It's this little stupid video of a recording in VR chat of this person from Japan. It's very funny. And very cute. It's like they're talking to like this woman from Japan. She has a very like high-pitched, cute voice, and you can probably find it if you look up like VR chat hamburger girl, and somebody's like, you know, I always wanted to visit Japan. Where are you from? Oh, I'm from the United States, and she's like, United States, and somebody helps her, America. Oh, America, nice, 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 maker hamburger country, and it's oh god, it's so funny. I like how that's what we're known for. Here is we're the maker hamburger country. I mean, if you got to be known for anything, let it be good hamburgers, I guess. Oh man, I could go for a hamburger right now. Nice Saturday hamburger and a beer. Oof. Oof, that sounds good right now. I'm not really supposed to be having alcohol right now because of my stomach issues, but I could go for a beer right now. Beer and a hamburger. Not even like an expensive one. Like, I could go for Wendy's. Wendy's has got great burgers. Five Guys has got decent burgers. But if I had the time and the money, there's a place, I say near, it's not near, it's like half an hour, 40 minutes away, but there's a place called Katsu Burger in Washington. There's like 3 locations for it. Their burgers, if you ever visit Washington State, you have to try Katsu Burger. It is absolutely, in my opinion, and I've had a lot of burgers in my time, absolutely the best burger I've ever had in my life. You can get at Katsu Burger. All their burgers are delicious. Can't recommend enough. 10 out of 10. Who doesn't have a bed? No, you have it. Leo. Okay. Oh, I just wasn't zoomed in enough. I was like, why isn't there a name on this bed? And I'm like, there is. I'm dumb. This is unowned. So we can set this one for guests, and we can move this one over to here. That works out perfectly. What's the quality? Poor. We're going to deconstruct that one. But yeah, Katsu Burger. They're delicious. Their burgers are amazing. Oh, they have 6 locations. Excuse me. Darn, darn. Mad Coyote. Making his way very slowly up towards the base. Okay. Let's get our gun users and 1 meleeer out here. Let's put them out here this time. Maybe we can get the coyote to hit the trap. It's just a coyote, so I'm not too terribly worried, but... I mean, I here's the thing, though. I say that. It's always the things you don't expect to get you in Rimworld that get you. Oh, God, just narrowly missed the trap. We should be fine, though. Yeah, there we go. Just some minor scratches. Excellent. And we want to rescue the coyote. Where did my stream thing go? There we go. No rabies. Good. Oh yeah, that's always fun. Let's see here. Do we want to? No, we're just gonna finish it off. Who has? There we go. Go and haul that urgently. Perfect. You're undrafted. What are you doing? Tending to... Oh, you're... Oh, that's right. Self-tending's turned on. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Let's see, where was that picture? Why can't I make that big? They don't have any good pictures on their site of their burgers, but their burgers are crazy. I was trying to find a good one. They're like this big, like after everything's in there. And then you can get these ones called monster burgers. One of them is called the Godzilla burger, because like they have this big like thing with Godzilla in their places where like they have the big Godzilla on the wall and all this nerdy stuff and posters, and I love the feel of their little restaurants. But their Godzilla burger, let me see if I can even get this on the webcam, was about this tall. This way. Is that about right? Maybe a little bit taller. Yeah, about there. Oh, you almost have to. It's ridiculous. Like, even the regular burgers, you're like, ah. You really gotta, like, shove it in your mouth to get to it. But, oh my God. So good. the sauce they use on their burgers is it's like a proprietary sauce, and ooh man, is it good. Ooh, is Leo getting a good thought from extremely comfortable? This place is so cushy. He's not getting any specific good thoughts about having that masterwork cloth duster, but sounds like a bring your own bottle place. Bring your own bib. Oh. They do serve beer there, which is awesome. They're a lunchtime burger place that serves beer, therefore immediately endeared to me. Another reason I like Chipotle. They serve beer as well, and margaritas. Research finished. Smithing. All right, now we can make metal floor tiles and other tools. Most importantly, once we have the electric smelter, no, excuse me. That's the wrong thing. We don't want a smelter. I'm glad I caught that. We don't want a smelter. We want a smithy. There we go. We'll definitely want a smelter at some point, but it's the smithy that we want right now. We want to make, you know what else Chipotle has? Mexican Cokes. Yeah, they do. No, you're totally right. And Mexican Cokes are delicious. They totally taste different. Oh god, it's so good. I mean, I love me just a standard Coke. Cokes are delicious no matter what. But yeah, there is definitely something special about Mexican Cokes. The fact that they use cane sugar. Yep, real sugar. It's a big difference. It's super tasty. These two need to get finished right here. Alrighty. Well, these parkas are getting done, which is awesome. Excellent quality parka. Nice. People must be wearing them. Oh yeah, Veli is wearing one of his that he made. A good quality. Oh, what a swell guy. He wore the good quality and left the excellent quality for someone else. I know. He made the good quality one first and wore it. But I'm gonna take. He's a nice cannibal, you know. I mean, to be fair, there's nothing saying that a cannibal is inherently a bad dude, you know? He likes to eat dead people. That doesn't mean he likes to kill people and eat them. It's still messed up. But you know what? You know what? Maybe he's a nice guy on the inside. Red, when you're done there, we're gonna have you wear that parka because you need wait a minute. No, we don't want to do that. We'll let you wear it on your own time. I don't want to overheat you. $2 liter of Pepsi for $1 at the dollar store nearby. Matrix Prince of Decay. Cannibalism. Delicious. It's always a question I like to ask people. It's like one of those theoretical questions that's always really fun to play around with. So, you have a friend. It's a dear friend you trust very much. He has an operation. He has to have like his leg removed, like the bottom half of his leg removed because he's gonna die otherwise. So he has to get it done. So he gets that removed, and he goes, "I've always wanted to try to try human meat. So I'm gonna ask the doctors to keep it and freeze it." And he offers you a one in a lifetime chance to try it, and have complete and total permission to try it. Do you do it? And it's a great question. It's a great quandary. Because is it morally wrong? Is it? No. One of my favorite responses I've ever gotten from anyone I've asked that was, no, but my reasoning isn't because I think it's gross. My reasoning is if I try it and I like it, what then? It cracked me up. It's not morally wrong, but no. Oh, man. No, that's a dire starvation situation. Yeah. I think I'm gonna be the weird one and say I totally would. Just because I'd wanna it'd be like another thing I could scratch off the bucket list without being totally. that makes me sound like a psychopath. I'm not, and I in no way am like, oh, I want to try human flesh. In that specific scenario that I just presented, I would probably say yes. But only in that specific scenario. Oh, we'll never do cleaning. Get someone else here to clean that up. Like, Leo, you're not doing anything important. But yeah, no, a psychopath is used to human flesh normally. Yeah, I in that very extremely specific scenario, I would probably try it. Yes. But I even then I can't say for sure. I might very well say, you know what? Now that I'm actually here and this scenario is being presented to me, I'm perfectly content not experiencing everything that can be experienced in life. That's fair. That's entirely fair. There's a lot of things in life that I don't ever want to experience, so I can very much say that I completely understand where you're coming from there. Man, no, don't, okay. I just told him to consume a coyote. I'm really glad I caught that. Speaking of eating things you shouldn't be eating. Let's see. Everybody hates me a little bit more. So it's like real life. Just kidding. Sort of. This room is completely done. Except for flooring. We're literally living with sand flooring here. We really need to get to cutting that stone. Did you say consume coyote or Kyle? Coyote. Don't eat Kyle. Always funny when chat distracts the streamer and they make funny mistakes in game. Yeah, like eating a frozen dog corpses. Horrifying. I like how we just talked about eating human flesh, and I didn't say horrifying then, and I talked about eating a dead frozen dog corpse, and that I think is horrifying. Maybe I am a psychopath. No. Honestly, eating anything that is frozen and in its whole complete form, kind of horrifying. Is Kyle the one with the leg? What was I doing? I just had to complete everything left my brain there in just one instant. Right, okay. I remember now. That needs to get... Also, this needs to get done. We have the steel. We definitely have the steel. Construct set to priority 1. Okay, you are working on stuff, to be fair. Okay, I'm not so mad at you anymore, Leo. I'm sorry. He's working on it. Another raid? These are picking up. Buffalo Shaman. A Masochist. A Gourmand, and a Bleeding Heart. Okay. Not the best. Remember, nobody truly is a psycho thinks they are a psycho. I mean, that's... the fact that I'm concerned that I might be... I'm not actually... Well, okay. I'm joking. But yes, Gourmand asks, how much food do you have? Quite a bit, but it's mostly in raw form right now. And we do have more on the way. Actually, I say that I have 49 veg mush dishes, all frozen. So we actually have quite a bit of food. I'm not actually sure if that's going to happen, though, because he's a Bleeding Heart and a Masochist. Masochist isn't bad. Masochist is actually, well, it's good unless they have a mental break. Bleeding Heart is pretty bad. It's a good thing to be in real life, but like, man, it's a good way to get some mental breaks in this. Oh yeah, and with Bleeding Heart, more common mental breaks. And he's a Masochist and a Gourmand, so he's gonna eat us out of all of our food and then hurt himself. Yeah, I don't think we want this guy. He's really good at melee, but we got plenty of good meleeers. We need a good shooter is what we really need. So we're not gonna like particularly try to do anything there. Eat until it hurts, have a long cry about it. Feels bad, man. Sounds like too familiar. I don't like it. We're gonna draft you. We're gonna draft everybody because this isn't just a random coyote. This is a person with a pretty good melee skill. Okay, I want you right here. I want you right here. I want you right here. Here, 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 everywhere. Okay. Now I want you drafted. Oh, he hit the trap. Excellent. And then we're going to... Oop, wrong button. We're going to melee him. Perfect. And he is dead. You're dead, dead. Let's go ahead and... Have we... Of course, we have not constructed those yet. Okay, we'll go ahead and hold it. Hold them urgently. Wooden club, not poor quality. Technically, can sell that to a caravan for something. And technically, we could be making steel traps, and those are a lot more effective. But because we're not really using wood for too terribly much right now, although we do need some for beds, don't we? I think we might cancel that. This, we'll cancel that too. So that way we'll get all the wood back. I have an idea. We're gonna do something different. And right off the back of that, we have two people visiting. What do you have? A hand cannon. Look at the range on that. Slow firing revolver. Fires large caliber projectiles over long distances. I want it. 16 damage, 24% armor penetration. Has a long ranged cooldown, 1.8 seconds. It's not actually worth that much on the market. And I like how it's I like how beauty is -3 for like weapons. Like some people might like the way it looks. I hear there's a mod that allows shooting while running. Yep. It's like the Rambo mod or something. I don't think I have that. That sounds good. I'd want to check into it and make sure that it isn't unbalanced or anything. You know, make sure that it has, you know, pretty severe like to hit penalties. Let's toggle that light on so that our guests aren't in the dark. Wait, was that on already? Oh, it was on already. Is there a limit to how much power can travel through a wire? Because I don't remember that. Oh no, we just don't have it. We just don't have it hooked up yet. I'm a dum dum. RL there is. Yeah, there is in real life. Watch as the moment I touch this and make a full-on ARPG mod. There's no limit? No? Okay. Yeah, I think, yeah, I just don't have it hooked up yet because I'm a dum-dum. Ambrosia Sprout. Hello! We got some ambrosia bushes growing here. We might want to cut these before they grow. Because we have 2 people that have a chemical fascination. I think we're gonna do that. I'd love to have them around, but the problem is I'm really concerned about what that might do. The food of the gods that grants immortality? No, but it makes you feel like a god. It makes you feel real good. And that's great. Yeah, feeling immortal, exactly. Makes you feel real good for about an hour or 2. At which point, you then start to feel crappy because you're coming off of it, and that's how an addiction starts. You know what I need to do? We need to get some paved tile out here. We have this is concrete, right? Yes. Probably gonna upgrade that to paved tile at some point. I'm gonna go ahead and get that queued up there. Everybody's sleeping. Well, our power situation is so much better than it was before. We're gonna put a stop on those so that this stuff can get finished. What was that? Oh, that was a lion killing something, I think. I can't wait to have auto turrets. That's gonna be so nice. I love being able to just create a big line of turrets and being like, yes, raid me! Mortars, too. Oh, mortars. It's gonna be nice to have mortars. Alright. Let's get ourselves a brand new stockpile zone right in here. Let's go ahead and allow everything that isn't allowed in here. So we got some manufactured stuff, medicine, drugs. We need to put medicine in there too, I just realized. Yeah. Do not allow corn syrup, grape must, wort, and also let's keep plant matter out of there as well. Everything else should be fine. We'll go ahead and delete these stockpiles, and that stuff should get moved pretty quick. War Merchant from Treaty of Loro is passing through. Ooh, look at that. They got an anaconda. That's so cool. Corn syrup, too real. Gotta love that corn syrup. Alrighty, everybody should get stuff hauled out of there pretty quick. It's all indoors though, so it's not gonna like lose quality or anything. So they can take their time on moving it. I'm not too terribly concerned. Corn syrup, the reason I weighed 339. Aha. Yeah. It is delicious, but it does have its downsides. Just making more cups of coffee. Excellent. Let's get that hauled inside. Missed one. They're hanging out. Ah, excellent. The caravan is here. I think I might actually put a... Is that under miscellaneous? Yes, caravan parking spot. I think I might go ahead and put that like right over here. Like, so that future caravans will kind of come around up here where my people tend to have easier, quicker access. Makes you hungry, eating endlessly without even a hint of fullness. Yeah, a lot of salty snacks can do that too. Your body will get tricked, and your body's like, oh, I'm still hungry enough. Can be dangerous. Nap. You're cooking, which is fantastic, but I'm gonna need you to go down here and trade after you're done making that coffee. Boom. All right, what do you have? Trained cougars. That's pretty cool. Anaconda, pemmican, herbal medicine. I think we need medicine, so let's go ahead and buy as much of that as we can. We're gonna need to trade some stuff back. We'll trade you these melee weapons we don't need. That cloth parka sells for a pretty decent price, doesn't it? It's pretty nice. I don't know if that's a return, probably not a return on investment for the cloth that we bought, but the fact that we have it around is still good, so I don't think we're gonna sell it. Oh man, yeah, we have just enough to buy that herbal medicine and everything. We're gonna go ahead and do that. Get that hauled inside. Perfect. But we still have some regular medicine, but it's good to have a backup. And trading with them will help our relations with them as well, so. the way I see it, probably a good thing. Let's go ahead and get this thing partially lit. Get it all wired up as well. I don't think it's going to reach to there, so we might have to wrap it around, but we'll see. The fact that it's all roofed and stuff right now is better than nothing. Also, this is mostly an aesthetic thing, but I really want to do it, so we're going to go ahead and slap some of those in there. Because it looks so cool. The wall lights look so cool. Has a very like Black Mesa feel to it when you have everything in steel and you have the big wall lights up. It's neat. Still getting research done. What is everybody actually doing right now? Digging compacted steel. Perfect. Constructing guest. Well, you're deconstructing that guest bed. Perfect. So this doesn't count as a... counts as a bedroom now. We only have a bed for one of the two visitors now, which is unfortunate. Not a lot of wood. We haven't had a drought on this map yet, which is nice. Now that I've said that, we are going to get one, so let's go ahead and designate some chopping right away. Because I know how it goes. I mentioned the possibility of it, and it's definitely going to happen. Here, I'm going to let this run for a moment. I have to get up and stretch my legs. All right. Ow. Ooh. There we go. Starting to get the leg cramps. Droughts would be terrible. Is there anything you can do? Unfortunately, not really. They're a pretty low chance of happening. When they happen, they basically kill off all plant life on the map. It's pretty bad. Let me save here real quick. Stream save. Let me check the options here. Yeah, it's vanilla events expanded. Drought. Yeah, 0.15. It's a pretty low chance of happening. But it's pretty devastating when it does happen. I'm gonna have to look into it and see if there's any mods made to be compatible with that have any, like, include any way you can combat it. The best way you can combat it is to be prepared. Keep a big stockpile of wood and a big stockpile of food. It's not as bad if you rely on hunting for the majority of your food, though, because it doesn't really affect animals too terribly much. But it unfortunately does take a lot of time for the plant life on the map to grow back. The mod that gives me water is the hygiene mod. Yeah, I saw a mod that makes it so your pawns need to drink water to survive, and I was like, no. I was like, I can't do that. There's already so many things I have to keep track of. Is there enough animals to sustain a colony, though? It depends on what biome you're in. Like, some biomes, animals wander in constantly. And I also know that, I think this is even a vanilla thing. I know that more than the biome you're in, the biomes next to you dictate what can wander into your tile. So if I was like playing like over here, like I don't think you have to be directly adjacent, but if I'm like if I was like here, there's a chance that grassland creatures could wander into my tile. So I know if you're like near a jungle or something, you tend to get a lot of animals, like marsh or jungle. You tend to get a lot of wildlife wandering through your map. They expected more of me. They won't be back anytime soon. Darn. Prisoner. Held at a camp nearby, under armed guard. She says that there are 2 turrets. Ha ha ha! No. They also slammed the door on the way out. I know, after they got to sleep here and everything, it's like, how dare you? Oh well. Do, 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 do. Okay, what are you working on? Oh, okay, you're cutting plants. That's actually perfectly acceptable. Can actually get those hauled in with a fair urgency here. Wonderful. Oh, someone dug the wall but didn't finish the construction in it, so Red is sleeping in the cold. Awesome. We are in fall now, so actually getting some heaters up is going to be pretty important. So let's go ahead and do that. It's a lot of heaters, but is what it is. All right. Don't have enough steel stored, but we'll get there. We are actually mining out some right now, so that's good. All right, we're getting there. So the world has slave traders can buy slaves. Yep, you can also sell people into slavery. It's an unfortunately very well, like you can profit a lot from that trade in this game, unfortunately. Even though dudes are pricey, yeah, man, and their prices are weighed based on their skills as well. So occasionally you'll get a slave trader come through. Although, how does that work? Well, you can, I think unless you have a mod that allows you to sell your colonists, you can only sell prisoners that you have. So there has been the occasional instance where someone has really pissed me off, and I've been like, they're like a cannibal psychopath murderer that came in and like killed one of my colonists, and I'll be like, yeah, hey slave traders, you can have this person, because it's a game. Slavery is awful, but in a game, in a video game, it can be pretty profitable. They're not too common, though. Traders don't come around too terribly often, I find. You have to... It might actually have to do with the faction in question. I think different factions have, like, an invisible slavery sort of checkbox. Rimworld is definitely not a guide to life. Ain't that the truth? Yeah, I think, like, certain factions are, like, have a tendency to be slave traders. And so when you get a merchant from that faction come through, that kind of dictates whether or not they'll be interested in any or have any for trade. So these are all ready for harvest, but they all have a really long lifespan: 34 days, 90 days. That's one of the great things about tomatoes and corn. I don't have anyone available to harvest them right now, but they have such a big window for harvest. I love it. That's so helpful. A group of 10 chickens just declined to join my colony. Speaking of wandering animals. Free chicken! Booka! Free target practice. What's the revenge chance on chickens? Oh god, that reminds me. Oh my god, I had the funniest manhunter pack in my offline save. A group of geese. A pack of man-hunting geese. It was amazing. I've never had man-hunting geese, but it was just, oh, it made my day. Calling required, I think. I think so. Target practice. Definitely target practice. Veli, you have a lot of stuff that you need to be doing. And your recreation is already pretty high. So let's get a move on, Veli. Come on. Come on. We're gonna turn down your hull plus to 2. Manhunting geese sounds legit though. Geese can be mean, yeah. It's swans you really gotta look out for. Gosh, swans are jerks. Although I did get chased by a duck when I was young. I remember that. It was a pet duck someone had, and it chased me. And all the adults thought it was hilarious, and me as a small child, I was sobbing, being chased by a duck. It's not a good memory. Ironically, I love ducks now. I love all birds. Birds are amazing. I really want to have another pet bird at some point. You can't haul. Let's turn you both up to hull plus. Let's turn you up to hull plus, and let's leave you at 2. Okay. Sorry, I had to click something there. Because you putting DCK, my Streamlabs caught that and went, do you want to allow this word? I was like, yes. That's funny. Yeah, duck game. That's an awesome game, by the way. That game is so creative. It's, oh god, a great puzzle game. An amazing art style. The way they achieved the visuals is just wonderful. Very charming. Not duck game? Oh no, duck game is the 2D. I'm not talking about that one. I can't remember the name of it, but or the goose. Wait. Okay, now I'm really confused. Duck game is the 2D game where that's like multiplayer, and you it's kind of like a multiplayer smash 'em up game with mini games. I was thinking of the goose game that looks kind of like it's like a very simple. Yeah, yep, that's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah. It's called, I think it's called Untitled Goose Game. That's what it's called, Untitled Goose Game. And ironically, the title of Untitled Goose Game. But yeah, where like the whole objective is just to cause certain types of controlled chaos. You're totally good. I couldn't remember either. But yeah, that game is genius. Just genius. Very funny. Okay, so I turned this off as a gather spot. People are still going there. A single person is visiting. Ooh, you're a very good cook. However, you are greedy and have a chemical interest. We'll still try to entertain and make friendships. You never know. Never know. Wait a minute. There was actually something I saw here. Relationship damage when recruited 40. Could be bad. Not to be confused with Shadow the Hedgehog and Chaos Control. Oh, Jesus, I haven't heard any of those words together in a very long time. Ooh, that's a blast to my past. I used to be a huge Sonic nerd. I used to play those games like nobody's business. We're going to turn you up to 1 cleaning. Well. And turn those back up to 1. Goldie is edgy, or at least you want it to be. Oh my god, yes. It wasn't so bad in Sonic Adventure 2, where he was just sort of a... what do you call it? Oh, what is the word? There's a trope for it. It's the trope used for Deadpool all the time, where it's a good. Technically Deadpool is a good guy, but he's the anti-hero. There we go. Yeah, that's where in Sonic Adventure 2, I still remember, like, Shadow was more of an anti-hero, and then Shadow the Hedgehog, like, the game came out, and it was like, oh, we need, like, the Linkin Park style music, and give him a gun, oh, and make him say damn a lot, because that way we can still rate the game, like, E10 plus, but he can be edgy. Yeah. I will say though, I may not be a big Sonic fan anymore, but I still have a big soft spot in my heart for all of that, in a way. I don't think I could ever go back and play them, but like, I definitely have a soft spot for it all. It was a big part of me growing up. When I was 15, I was a big fan of Sonic. So what are you guys' thoughts on the Sonic the Hedgehog movie? Come on, we had to know that was going to be brought up. Oh, I should have, oh, you know what? Okay. You know what I can do? I'm a big dum-dum. We don't have to build, we could just move this one to here. That's what we can do. Because we got vents there. That should be fine. Never played any of these games. Oh, yeah. Man, a lot of the ones we're talking about, like, those came out a long time ago. Sonic Adventure 2 was, Changing the Hedgehog, they disbanded the studio. Not entirely true. So the company still exists, and the people still have a job. They're just moving. They haven't been like completely shut down, from what I heard. I could be wrong, but I seem to remember hearing that was like kind of an exaggeration. Like they weren't like completely shut down or anything. But yeah, that must have been a lot of work doing that. But yeah, man, those games, Sonic Adventure 2 was a Dreamcast game, and then a GameCube remake, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. So those were a while back. Those were definitely a while back. And then Shadow the Hedgehog was GameCube as well. GameCube and PS2. Yeah, GameCube and PS2, I think. Oh man, it's weird thinking back to that. Very strange to give that like any thought. Hey, it's cold outside. We need to get that stuff built. Baby, it's cold outside. We need steel. So let's get the mining going. Maybe it's cold outside. The game I always wanted was Sonic the Hedgehog Saturday Morning, the game. I know a lot of people were big fans of the Saturday morning cartoon. So those were similar to like the comics and stuff. Again, remember that if I say anything about any of that, it's based on like knowledge I had like 15 years ago. I'm old. Are people still playing those Sonic games? Are you cold? Oh, whoa. People are moving fast. Nope, pretty comfortable. Okay. They're sleeping in 6-degree weather at night, and they're not getting the I slept in the cold debuff, which means that those parkas are doing their job, which is awesome. You're getting it, unfortunately. So you could stand to put one on. We have a free one. Oh, but you know what? It's not in a stockpile, so you're not defaulting to looking for it. That's what's going on. Why do all my colonists decide it's a good idea to lay in the grass stargazing during a dry thunderstorm? Oh no. The cringy dorkly animation about Sonic's adventures with fan characters. Oh dear. Oh dear. But again, whatever makes people happy, you know, whatever makes people happy. People want to write fan fictions about going on adventures with Sonic. More power to them. I'm probably not gonna read them, but more power to them if it makes them happy. That's how I look at it. Let's get that steel hauled home. We need steel to get, let's see, we need the heater done here. Oh, you know what? I just caught it. We have another instance where I think one heater can do the work that we are looking for here. If we put it right here, cancel you, and then put in a couple of vents. One right here, and like one like right here. That should do it. To clarify, there are stereotypes of fan characters, not actual fan characters. Dragged under the bus in bad taste. I gotcha. Parody! Oh, I'd quote it if I could remember it, but it's like that intro to Dragon Ball Z Abridged. This is all a fan parody. Please support the official works. Those are funny. Lion hunting Nap. Oh, dearie me. As soon as Nap goes inside and breaks line of sight, said hunting should stop. Please say it stopped. Okay, good. That made me nervous. Okay, these graves are done. Oh, I can't really. That's weird. I was thinking maybe you could change them all together, but apparently not. Okay, but they're all set now. So turn on hull urgently. Hopefully that body will get buried before it starts to rot and makes our people really unhappy. The one thing I truly cannot understand about fanfic is when they have hypocrisy and lack of self-reflection to say original fan character do not steal. I mean, well, as someone who has friends that write respectable fan fiction, one of which is an actual author, like published, not like a big time or anything like that, but a legitimately published author. I can say this: just because your work takes place in the world of another person's creation, and therefore it could be considered parody if you're not making any money off of it. If you have an original character in there that is yours, then technically it is yours. The way copyright law works, technically, as long as the character isn't reliant on stuff that's specific to the world or the universe of the copyrighted work that you're doing a fan fiction in. So, like, for example, if you made a character in a Harry Potter fanfiction, just throwing this out here as an example, and you had, say, someone from Hufflepuff, and that was like a big part of their character, then you'd own the character, but the Hufflepuff part you would not, because that's not part of your work, and inherently you didn't make that, you didn't create that. It's funny how that works, but so technically I'd have to respectfully disagree. I think there is some logic there. But I don't know. I mean, like, but then again, like, from the context that you're coming from, if somebody made a Sonic fan fiction and took Sonic and recolored him red and went, "This is my character, don't steal him," then yeah, that's like, you didn't make this. You didn't make this. You can't fool me. All right, so the cooler's done. The heater is done. Actually, I'm going to leave it at 21. And we're going to see if it's enough. I think it is enough. Yes, 18 degrees, 17 degrees. Perfect. One heater is enough to get all three of these rooms. That's awesome. That's fantastic. This one I don't know about. I don't think it's going to be enough. So we're going to have to do something special over here. Putting the path through here was almost necessary so that people wouldn't have to walk around all of this. But heating all these efficiently is going to be a challenge. Probably going to have to play around with making that work. If I put a heater here, if you give a mouse a cookie, I keep on getting the incompetent cook thing. Who's cooking that's incompetent at cooking? Skill of 6. I mean, that's not bad. Weird. Maybe it's considered poor. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. That mining is almost done, which is awesome. There's a spaceship part there that I completely missed. Oh, our first minor break risk of for quite some time. You're in serious pain. Oh, okay. You've got the food poisoning. Gotcha. Gotcha. That's fair. That's fair and not fun. See, what would have been way better? Technically, I could still fix this. Let's do it. We want to do that? Yeah, I think we do want to do this. Oh, it's kind of a pain, though. Okay. It's just a guest room, though, so I think it's going to be fine. I'm going to shift this whole room over 1, basically, and then put that path here. So that we can have 3, and then we can have another 3 altogether, and then that way I can cool and heat 3 rooms at a time with a single heater and AC unit. And a couple of vents. I feel like that's worth doing, just because of how much power and resources that's going to save us in the long run. And it's going to look a lot nicer. Because the alternative is having everything kind of weird. I don't know how we're going to pipe the heat and cool over there without cutting off the walkway. Oh, they really enjoyed their stay. Visitors from the Treaty of Loro are leaving. Really enjoyed their stay. Score 72. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. Major break risk. There's not a whole lot I can do about that. She's just going to have to work her way through this food poisoning herself. She's going to have some coffee. We'll see if that maybe cheers her up a little bit. Spacious interior. Okay. Sip some coffee and think about your life. You'll be fine. A drifter named Sharna is crashing in a transport pod nearby. Not affiliated with any faction. You got like a ponytails. That's cool. What must be from one of my hair mods. A story writer. It's 83. Goodness. Let's check your health. Cataracts. But no dementia or anything. Hold on. Sorry. That's the second time tonight I've had to allow a post from Bash there, because apparently Streamlabs default filters are very strong. Wouldn't let you post brothel. Can you create an in-game brothel? Not by default, but I am like 99% positive there's probably a mod for that. Coffee on an upset stomach. Oh, terrible idea in real life. For sure. As someone having stomach issues for like the past several months. It also blocked that. A house of ill repute. That's funny. It is strict. Oh, that's funny. I'll have to see if I can turn that down. I remember when I set it up, it had like 5 different settings, like 3, 4, 5, somewhere around there, different settings, and I picked one of the more mild ones. I want to say it had 4 settings, and I picked like the second one. Man, that is really strict. I can't even imagine what the other ones are like. Censored. Okay, but you have cataracts, but you don't have dementia or Alzheimer's or anything like that. High quality clothes. I feel like a monster going through here being like, yeah, you have good gear, your brain isn't too broken, yeah, we'll take you. So, like, They are meant for China. Whew, yeah, the censorship there. Jesus. You are codependent, romantically needy, and won't be happy unless in a relationship at 83. Good for you, girl. Good for you. You know, you're strong, independent, abrasive, volatile. Okay, so I don't think we're gonna be saving her. I don't think that's a good idea. That's just a horrible. See, the problem is, codependent means that she's gonna. Sounds like yep, bad recipe for disaster. Because codependent's gonna give her a constant, permanent, mood penalty. Volatile lowers her threshold for mental break, or increases, whatever, but like it makes it worse. And then on top of all that, she's abrasive, so she's gonna get into arguments more often. And so yeah, I'm sorry. We're gonna take your clothes. If you're wondering why I'm doing this, by the way, the reason is, God, I'm a terrible person. If she dies in those clothes, they'll count as dead man's clothes, and then nobody can really wear them. I feel really bad about doing this. We could capture her. Straight shooter, though. That's true. We could capture her, but then, I mean, the problem with capturing her is that basically gives us 3 options, which is perpetually keep her forever, sell her to slave traders, or recruit her at that point. Really want an eagle-eyed gunslinger who's volatile. If by eagle-eyed you mean has cataracts in both eyes. Oh man, I can only imagine what that must do to someone's shoot chance in the game. I thought you were the bad guy. Oh god. Food binge, red, final straw, intense pain. I mean, I guess that makes sense. She had food poisoning, and for anyone who's ever had food poisoning, I am so lucky that I've never had it. But from what I've heard, every single bit of food that was in your body exits one way or the other over the next 24 hours. So, from what I've heard, it can leave you pretty hungry afterwards. So that makes sense. So she can binge. She's allowed to binge. We got plenty of food. I'm not worried. We got over 50 prepared meals. Everything's frozen. We got a ton of raw food. Got more on the way. We're good. Binge your heart out, Red. Go for it. Go for it. Alright, we got a lot of these wall lights up. They look so nice. I love the way those look. We need to power those. So let's go ahead and we'll run power this way, because I'm pretty sure that we're going to end up doing something over here at some point. Let's sort of close in that part of the compound. Maybe we'll have a big outdoorsy area here for something. That could be nice. The eventual goal would be, I would love to have everything entirely enclosed and just have a giant wall, like perimeter wall with traps and auto turrets. That would be the dream for sure. We'll see how possible it's going to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yes, that's within range of that. That still needs to be deconstructed. All the lights are working. Our power situation is great right now. Our batteries are pretty full. We got another battery, another solar panel on the way. Solar panels are doing great. Still supplementing it with our turbine. Things are staying frozen. Got plenty of food. Things are getting done. It's wonderful. We can turn down mining now. And now we can start to rethink. Turn that down as well. What do we want you doing? You're going to research by default now, because that's on priority 1. And that's what we want. Yeah, that's fine. What was that? Oh, that was from the Mechanoid Research mod. Okay. The hacking mod. We can also drill for oil. That looks like a fun mod. I've never played around with any of these things. But we are in a desert. So I bet you there's oil here somewhere. After microelectronics, there's a really big question. Do we go for geothermal power, which is 3,200 research, which is even more than this. It's a big research project, but it would mean constant, uninterrupted power. We wouldn't have to worry about power for potentially a couple of in-game years if we had geothermal power and took advantage of that one geothermal spot. On the other hand, we're getting to the point in the game where we're gonna start getting ramped up raids here pretty soon, like people with guns. So our other option is to start going down, because we have smithing. We have the first step that we need there, and that's going to allow us to go into this stuff, like machining, which is going to allow us to craft guns. This is way easier to research, only 1,000 research, and that's going to get us a whole lot of stuff. We're going to be able to craft light armor, EMP grenades, frag grenades. We're going to be able to craft guns, disassemble dead mechanoids for resources, flak armor, and it also leads all the way up to gun turrets, which we're eventually going to want. And the actual, looking at it here, the actual research required, wow, that's actually really low. Are you going into hot and cold season soon? Yes, we're in fall right now, but we do have everybody in parkas, and we do have everything heated. So we're more prepared than I expected we would be. But you do bring up a good point. There is some research that we could do to help in that regard as well. Particularly, I'm guessing what you're thinking of is the indoor growing mods, or not mods, but the indoor planters and stuff, like heated sun lamps and those sorts of things. Indoor temperature control and survival. Yeah, that's a good point. What's indoor temperature control? A passive cooler. What is that? Oh, that's the thing we already have. That's right. That's the fueled cooler. What techs help with that again? Advanced hydroponics. That's what I was thinking of right there. Heating. Maybe it's under electricity somewhere. Play desert IDK this season. The desert we're playing in is a temperate desert, which means it has all the normal seasons. We're not playing in like a permanent summer desert. So we do have to worry about the cold, and it's gonna get very cold. The problem is, I don't know if parkas and standard heaters are enough to be ready for winter. I think we'll probably be fine. Absolute worst case scenario, we need to slap a couple of extra heaters down for the season. That's the thing, I don't know. Fall, it said it's going to get down to 2 degrees centigrade. I'm guessing winter is going to go below freezing. So they'll be good. They'll be okay for short trips outside, which is all they're making right now. So I think their parkas will be enough for that. But I'm not sure. I know that plants won't grow outside. So I imagine if you grow bamboo, you can make bamboo campfires if you're stuck. Okay, that's good. I do have a lot of stockpiled bamboo. So that's actually really, really good to know. There is a part of me that really thinks maybe hydroponics is a good idea, so that we can grow stuff inside. We We could go for hydroponics and heated sun lamps. The problem is I'm so worried about, because we're getting to that point in the game. After an in-game year passes, that's usually where you start to get the raids with guns. And I'm really concerned about what that's gonna mean for us. The good news about that, though, I will say, is I'm really surprised by how little research this takes. 1,000 for machining and only 500 for gunsmithing, blowback operation, and then gun turrets. All combined, that's 1,000 less than geothermal. That's more than 1,000 less than geothermal, which is crazy. I mean, we're halfway done with microelectronics, so we're definitely going to be finishing that first. Because that's going to get us the high-tech research bench, which is going to make our research even faster. Oh god, it's so hard to say. I think we'll queue up hydroponics and heated sun lamps for now, and we'll see what happens. I will say one of the downsides of that mod, if you look here, it takes away a vanilla building, right? That's usually used next to a standing lamp. We don't have the sun lamp anymore. You actually have to research in order to have any lamps that help with growing, which is crazy. Do you have anything to speed boost research? Lab coat, filing cabinet, comfy chair. I do have a filing cabinet. I have a good chair, but I don't have like a I don't have any more cloth, so I can't make. If we get any more leather. Oh wait, hold on. We do have some more cloth. Not enough. Plain leather, light leather. Ah, darn. It takes 75 to make a comfy chair. I'll definitely keep an eye out. If another trader comes through, we'll try to get enough to make like one of those really nice armchairs. It takes 110. Excuse me, I thought it took 75. You can probably make it out of patch leather, but I don't know if that's worth it. I don't think so. Patch leather is a pretty low quality. Oh, good, that's done. You need to get to deconstructing. Come on, Leo, get to work. Yay, look at how nice that looks. All lit up. I love it. I love it. Okay, deconstructed. The weirdest things excite me in this. It's like, hooray! So we're just going to do that and that so that it counts as being indoors. Perfect. Then deconstruct this. Reinstall that right here. Construct this. Perfect. Several lamp, furniture, and floor mods for this. I think I only have one real furniture mod. And it's part of like the vanilla extended, I think. I want to say that sounds right. Okay, so I kind of lost track of what was I thinking here? I was thinking this. So let's just do this here real quick. 7. So 7 and 7. Right, and then we need a wall and we need a path between. So it can be on either side then. So we'll put it there since it's going to be a little bit closer to where we're going to have people going through. Hold on. No, excuse me. No, it needs to be here. Did I deconstruct that for nothing? I think my math is off. I think I'm being a derp. Yeah, I'm being a derp. That wall was perfectly acceptable where it was. It's this one that needed to go. Deconstruct that. No, don't plant in it. Veli, stop. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm fine. Yeah, okay, that's correct. Because that's gonna go. Right there. I'm fine. Wait, no. Hold on. Okay. Stop for a moment and focus. Brain. Stop for a moment and focus. It's 7 wide in each one. This one needs to be 7 wide. It's going to be 7 wide there, which means that the wall is going to go here. Which means the door is going to go here. Right there. This stuff's going to have to move over one. Or more. Correct. Okay. My brain. This is around the time of night where I start to get tired and I start to make poor decisions. Those get deconstructed. And paved tiles go here. Cool. Okay. There we go. Excellent. Everything's queued up now. And that one heater is still maintaining heat for these 3 rooms, which is awesome. Internal doors, I'm going to keep wooden. Do you have minify everything? I don't think so. What does that mod do? Because that sounds familiar. I want to say I've seen it, but I don't have it. A visitor. Emmy Darjeeling. Oh, what a great name. Very good at social. Fisherman, too smart. Huh. We'll try to become friends with you. It allows you to move any furniture. Oh! It's the thing that allows you to, like, relocate everything without having to deconstruct it. I did look at that. I should get that. That sounds incredibly handy. Yeah, that sounds incredibly useful. Oh, it's 15 degrees outside. I see. That's why it's warmer than I think it should be. Put that there and there. Exactly. Major quality of life mod. Yeah, I do so love those. That sounds amazing. I'll put that on my list of mods I definitely need to get. I love how that's an ever-increasing list of mods. This game has got so much potential. It's so amazing. I say potential. This game is amazing just right out of the box. Mods just make it even better. What did I do? Let's go up here. What have I done? This is usually the sign that it's time to think about wrapping up and resting my brain. This could stand to be hold. Stand to behold. Yep. There we go. I'm even starting to say the wrong words. Oh, man. Alright. Well, in that case... Oh, I'm gonna see about wrapping up, I think. Whew, that was fun, though. That was made a lot of progress in this save. I feel like that was pretty good. and fun. Thank you, Bash. I appreciate that very much. Thank you, everyone, for coming and watching. That means a lot. It really, genuinely, truly does extremely, because I'm not gonna lie, having these streams to kind of, you know, log on to after, like, you know, tough work days and stuff is fantastic. Just cool to chill out and sort of decompress and have people to chat with, and it's a good time, you know? So thank you very, very much. And thank you, Bo and the Bullet. No major catastrophes. I know, our luck was actually pretty good this run, like, or this session. Like, nothing horrible happened. And there were some potential catastrophes that were totally averted, so hooray! Well, thank you so much. I really enjoy you hopping on these streams. That's super awesome. So thank you both very, very, very much. Let's see, tomorrow, just to watch his mouth though. Yes, seriously. Both of you, like, are giving my Streamlabs filters a run for their or not a run for their money, but you're really putting them through their paces. That's funny. At this rate, I'll have to mod both of you, so you can just say whatever you want. Let's see here. Let's see who is playing the Rimworlds.
Go over here.
We have a couple of people here. Let's see, this person has over 500 viewers. They probably don't need a raid. Oh, I would really appreciate that. Yeah, that really helps. If you're willing. Let's go ahead and raid this person. They have like 27 viewers. They're playing the Rimworlds. Looks like they're fighting mechanoids right now, so that's pretty cool. They're running some mods I do not recognize. All right, let's go over here. You have a raid message. I haven't actually come up with one yet. That's a good question. What should the raid message be? Something that fits in with the theme. Melodic Oak. I want to say let's go for something that's not super corny, but I almost like super corny. Are you called Melodic Oak? Let's just start there. The name just really resonates with me. I sort of reinvented a big part of myself a couple years ago, and that was the name. Before that, I was known as, brace yourself, DJ Prometheum. It's okay, you can judge me. But I just sort of I came up with that username when I was a very different person, and now I'm way more laid back, and I wish I was. Wait, I was with him in this. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, Bash knew me back then. I was a very different person. And I've chilled out a lot since then. I'm not so worried about what people think of me. So DJ Prometheum, I guess you could put. That was my tryhard name. I guess you could say. Melodic Oak was my. I'm just gonna have fun name. So. It's come to drop some beats. I don't know. I'll give it a good think tonight. That's something that I'll have to let brew a little bit and see what happens with a corny message with an oak pun. Hey, if you can, shoot me a message and a corny very nice. All right. Well. I'm just gonna go ahead and start the raid. You can just say hey, or you don't even have to say anything if you don't want to. I'll think of some kind of a fun raid message that we can do in the future. But yeah, just cornucopia, very funny. Hey, if you want to launch in there with the puns, go for it. Alrighty, let me grab the name here and stream raid channel. Pick channel to raid. Bam, Rimworld. And we'll go ahead and click on ready to raid. Excellent. All right, well, everyone, I will see you probably tomorrow. I'll probably be streaming at the same time, around 7 p.m. So if anyone's interested, it will probably be more Rimworld and maybe a little bit of MechWarrior Online since that event is still going on. So thank you so much, both of you, for joining me. I appreciate it so much. And I will see everyone tomorrow. And launching in 3, 2, 1.